everybody? All right.
Yep.
Oh, I don't have the fuzzy thing. Good. All right. The time is 6:32. I'd like to call the meeting to order.
You just hand vote it.
There's the agenda. We do have a need to begin in executive session, so the recommended action is I need a motion to go into executive session for discussion on employment history of a particular person's and negotiations.
So moved.
Second.
Moved Mr. Kenline, seconded Ms. Kaye.
Hand vote.
All those in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None. None abstained. Motion is carried. We are in executive session as of 6:33. We will come out of executive session no later than 7 p.m. to continue our regular scheduled business.
water's falling out in chunks. Chunks. They're not the two cutest little kids ever.
I'd be happy if you brought either one of them home.
Cousins. They see themselves as cousins.
They're gonna go. It'll be like that weird like thing after college. It'll be,
I can't.
I'll have like two of my sisters. I feel like better not with my sister. I'm one.
I hope you're right.
Right, so everyone can think, like, oh, you've had it going on when you were in high school, huh, Joe? The German exchange student
They're
said,
gonna
please,
separate us.
the German exchange student told me to stop talking to her. Nicely.
I can't.
All right, the time is 7:03. We are out of executive session and ready to continue our regularly scheduled meeting. We'll begin with agenda item 3, the land acknowledgement, read by Ms. Kafka.
Akron Central School District acknowledges that we gather on the traditional lands of the Tonawanda Seneca Nation. We honor the contributions of the indigenous peoples past, present, and future with gratitude for the land as we continue to work together with a spirit of respect and understanding.
Thank you. With that, I'd ask everybody to rise and join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. With that, I will turn it over to Ms. Taylor to announce our mission movers.
All right, so we're very excited to have a couple of special students with us from the middle school that Mr. Caprio will be introducing. Girls, you get to read our mission statement.
Good evening. Tonight our mission makers are Ayla Jagello and Krissa Martek. Now the reason why I asked Ayla and Krissa to be our mission makers were I went to the modified all-league track meet, which they called the culminating event, and both girls did a great job. They took first place by a mile, and I was so impressed with them. And the next day in school, it was Monday, I congratulated both of them. And track is not the sole reason why I invited these two young ladies. Do you ever, sometimes as a principal, by the time it's June, you need some sunshine in your life. And both girls were legitimately proud when I congratulated them. And both girls are always respectful. They always have a smile. They just bring brightness to our school and to our district. So I said, you know what? Would you two be our mission makers? But I'm actually told, on another note, that there are 3 girls who finished the modified track season undefeated. And in addition to Ayla and Krissa, Scarlett Rainey also finished the modified track season undefeated, which is a really impressive accomplishment, and it's great for the future of Akron track and field, which I love track and field, but these two young ladies are outstanding people, and again, if you ever need some sunshine in your life, say hello. When I congratulated them, you could tell they were legitimately proud of what they did. There's Ayla's, congratulations.
Thank you.
And there's Chris's, congratulations, you're welcome. Here's our mission statement.
The mission of Akron Central School District, a learning-centered community dedicated to the dreams of our students, is to ensure that each student realizes his or her unique human potential and contributes positively to the society through a system characterized by
valuing the unique gifts and dreams of each person, developing all dimensions of each human being, advancing the knowledge, skills, and wisdom of each student, nurturing and respecting the dignity of each human being, and cooperatively working to continuously create new realities.
All
Girls, thank you very much. We would also love to take a picture with you if that's okay. And thank you for being so kind and wonderful. Do you want to come over here? This is the part of the board meeting we call our family photo. So you get to be right up front.
You gotta stand next to mom.
I can't be in the front. You gotta be in a window there.
I can see right over.
All right.
Thank you, girls.
Next item on our agenda, hearing of individuals and delegations. We do not have any pink cards this evening for comment. Building department updates.
Who would like to go first?
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we had our Scholastic Achievement Awards night for all of our high school students. Three of our board members were recognized tonight for their scholastic abilities, as well as Alex was for high honors for all 4 years, for all marking periods, which is remarkable. So I'm sure Audrey and Austin will be there next year. So congratulations to those. Tomorrow we have our honors breakfast for all of our students as well. So it's that time of year and that time of season to celebrate all the great things that our kids are doing. So we're just getting started tonight. So.
And this past week we had our Day of Caring, which was remarkable, seeing the entire district come together, which is what makes, Akron, Central School District really a hidden gem. But it was cool seeing different groups, at least in the high school, going to Akron Newstead Library, White Whiskers, planting flowers on campus in the community, cleaning up the bike path, just everyone taking a little group and doing something to help give back to the community. It was truly remarkable. So just going to, say thank you to everyone that helped plan it and helped organize it, and the teachers and staff and the students that made it possible. And then the last thing I want to highlight is we had the Seal of Civic Readiness presentations throughout the last week. So it was remarkable seeing even more what students are doing to give back to the community, throughout this past year, last couple years, along with the Seal of Biliteracy too. So we had about 10 students that went for the Seal of Biliteracy and about 30 that went for the Seal of Civic Readiness. So those are some good highlights of the high school.
Thank you.
Go Tiger.
Good evening again. Highlights for the middle school. Tomorrow, our sixth graders going to the Bison's game for Kids Day. That's always an event they enjoy. Friday, our music department is competing at the Darien Lake Music Festival. Tomorrow night is our middle school music concert. If anyone's free, please join us. The kids always do a great job. Friday, we also have sectional track meet at Randolph High School. That begins Friday. And June 16th, 8:30 to 10 a.m. is our 8th grade breakfast and award ceremony. Today we sent out a text message to 8th grade parents because we haven't received that many RSVPs back yet. We like to plan to have the proper amount of food. So we sent out a text message to remind parents, but that is June 16th, 8:30 to 10 a.m. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Caprio.
Hi, everybody. It's been very busy. I wanted to thank the board for their support of that and the
The community, we had over 100 riders. The fire department helped out, the police department helped out, Rotary donated 15 helmets, so we wanted to thank all of them. And also Brittany Shucraft for doing just an amazing job coordinating the bike bus. We can't wait for our next one, hopefully in the fall. And you're welcome to join if you ever want to join our bike bus. We'd love to have you. We also want to echo what Dave said about the Day of Caring. We were really proud of our kids and our teachers who participated in such great projects. Bernadette Chunko, who did such an amazing job planning. She's from our building, so we just wanted to shout out to her and Danielle for doing a great job organizing what was an awesome day. And also Tiger Innovations, who made the coloring contest. I don't know if everybody knew that, but our students participated in a Day of Caring t-shirt contest. And a lot of the t-shirts that you saw around town that the kids were wearing were designs from our elementary kids, so that was really cool. Today we hosted a author, Christina Gorick, and it was a story about dealing with worries and anxiety that our students really loved. We also went to Bookmark Buddies. Today was the last day. Mrs. Best, who's just at everything, she's just awesome, was one of the Bookmark Buddies, and we just wanted to thank Jane Krasensky and Christine Sutton, who do such a great job from the library coordinating that program. It was awesome to be a part of that today. And our kindergarten screening is underway. This year we have our new kindergarten students signing, like it's a signing day for them. It's a fun little addition to kindergarten screening, and we can't wait to have them. We also hosted Rattle's UPK last week for a tour of our big school, so we're ready and excited for them to come next year.
And tonight we have our instrument recruitment night. Mrs. Komazinski, Mrs. Sanville are doing an awesome job down there right now. And the MPR giving students a chance to try out some new instruments to try out performing next year. Another huge thank you to Mrs. Shucraft. We have our outdoor day coming up, and she does a great job collaborating with teachers, developing the schedule, and getting us all on the same page for a fun outdoor day. The kids look forward to it every year in June. We also have our annual reading carnival coming up. Our fifth graders design carnival games outside, and get the UPK through fourth graders an opportunity to play those games and earn book prizes. It's a total team effort. Our reading department does an amazing job, along with the fifth grade teachers, getting things organized and set up, and all the kids have a blast, but also go home with a book to read for the summer. We have lots of field trips coming up: Strong Museum, Buffalo Zoo, Lockport Locks, just to name a few, but each grade level will be going on their end of year field trips. I think we have 3 or 4 coming up just this soon. End of the year awards assembly will be on June 22nd, UPK and kindergarten graduations at the end of June. And finally, our last homegrown assembly will take place this June 5th in the auditorium. Thanks, guys.
I was going to highlight Day of Caring as well, so some of my colleagues stole the thunder. But I do want to recognize everyone who was a part of putting that day together, especially Bernadette Chunko. There's a lot of moving parts, I'm sure you can imagine, trying to get every one of our students engaged in some sort of civic give back. But it was a great day. We're looking to build on that for next year. I wanted to highlight that we are in the process of planning for summer learning and summer professional development, so lots of exciting opportunities coming our way there. And I had one more, but I will cede my time. Thank you.
All right, good evening, everybody. We are looking forward to the end of the school year for lots of reasons, but just supporting all the administrators and everything that they have going on. We have 7 field trip buses going out tomorrow, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. All will be on field trips, so that's going to be an exciting day for them. Wrapping things up in food service facilities, we are looking forward to, I guess, a normal summer. We don't have a ton of work happening inside the building, so we get to return to a normal process as far as our cleaning and waxing and organizing. So we're looking forward to that. We've also started to compile as a team some of our summer projects and work that has been put off, things that we want to try and tackle, and big picture items, things like that. So we've started that list. Now we need to go through and prioritize that so that we can figure out what's realistic and actually doable for the summer, so that we can actually finish what we start. Capital project is winding down at the bus garage. We're down to some punch list items there. They are finishing up the interior renovations on the existing side. The second new bus lift is now operational, so the concrete cure time and inspection and all of that has been done. So we're back to all the lifts. They're finishing painting and doing the coating on the garage floor. So it's a great space. once everything is done, I would definitely come back up so that you can see the transformation. It really is it's a great space all the way around. Tied into that, just from an informational standpoint, we had to they poured the concrete pad for the new generator at the bus garage so that it obviously would be large enough to run the entire new facility. Our old generator was designated to be scrapped and demoed by the contractor. We kind of intercepted that. The village expressed interest through our OACM, through our capital project meetings, in having a use for that generator. So we spoke to the contractors and had the generator actually turned back over to us so that we could pass that on to the village. So the village of Akron will be taking our old generator that was taken out of service. So it will still benefit the community once they determine what they're actually going to use it for. I know there were a couple of ideas floating around, but so that piece has happened. They actually picked it up Tuesday morning. So the village has possession of that. I think those are all of our big ticket items right now. Capital project work, the turf, the stadium. It's just great to see everything that's happening out there, and I'm sure Mrs. Taylor will talk a little bit more about that. But
June 1st.
Exactly. Next week is a big.
Going to be put in, so
a big day.
Of that. So
yeah.
that'll be exciting.
And watching from the bus garage, if you look out the back of the bus garage now with the second floor windows, it's just every day to see the progress that is actually happening and the work that's happening down there. It's pretty cool to see. So, again, if you're ever bored and want to check it out, come on up. You can sit right in that back window and take it all in. So, all right. Anybody have questions on any of the three departments? All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Good evening, everyone. The technology department's also beginning to prepare for the end of the school year. Today, we participated in an end of the year workshop with BOCES to review and finalize all of our student data from Power School to New York State. Over the past month, BOCES conducted a vulnerability scan on our network to identify any potential areas that we can improve on. I'm pleased to share that we received their report back, and overall, the results look great. Our team is continuing to work through all of their recommendations. As you may recall, each summer we refresh Chromebooks in grades 1, 5, and 9. I just wanted to provide an update that industry-wide there are some current supply chain issues with Chromebooks going on throughout the country. Price changes, inventory reduction are all playing a factor. We're working through all this with our vendors right now, but I do expect a delay in our order being fulfilled, and the exchange of our current devices may not occur until sometime this fall. However, I will assure you that there is no concern on our end with the Chromebooks that we currently have in circulation with any of our students. And last week, we moved a backup appliance out of the K-12 building into our bus garage, so we now have redundant backups in 2 locations throughout the campus, which is a major milestone for our office. I'm really pleased to share that with you. Any questions?
No. Thanks,
Thank
Mike.
you.
And Mr. Morello has impeccable timing. You're up. Do you have a score update?
Yes, we lost 13-12. Yeah. We beat them 15-14 in the regular season. We knew it was going to come down to the wire, but it was a great game. So I'm excited to announce our head varsity football coach this year. It's been a long search, but Bobby comes highly recommended. He's been coaching for 15 years. He's coached with Bobby. Refresh my memory. The head coach at Mike Demp, the head coach at ECC. I spoke to him, all of his references and points of contact where he came highly recommended. So we're excited. The most exciting thing outside of being someone that's going to teach the X and O's to the football, he came in with a game plan of a philosophy for a football program that I was excited about, and it's about teaching young men how to become men. And so that's what I was most excited about outside and understand he can teach the fundamentals to the game. And so we're working on trying to get some of our staff from last year back to help on the Vodafide side and give them some assistant coaches. But Coach, want to come on up here at this? Looking forward to.
It's not official yet because the board's going to have to
That's
vote
right.
on it. But,
That's right.
But we do have the recommendation on the agenda.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
You didn't prepare a speech?
No speech. I'm just very excited.
This was part of the interview. We
Yeah,
wanted
exactly.
to see if this was a
Yeah,
model
no,
scenario, how you would. No, but I will just share where I was excited to put your name on the agenda for recommendation. And one of the things that Mr. Morello mentioned to me when he was updating me in one of our weekly meetings, he said that what impressed him the most was your philosophy on character and culture. And that is just as important to us as how the students perform on the athletic field, but also academically, as well as the lessons that, the lifelong lessons that you can teach on the field. So thank you for being here tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it. I look forward to it.
He's got about 5 minutes to get the speech put together.
Yes.
Well, he didn't know that Mr. Morello was calling an audible.
We just wanted to see how you could shift under pressure, but all good. Mr. Kowalski, do you want to give a brief update on where things stand with the state budget?
Sure. I have a little bit more information than the last time we were here. Attending a NISBA webinar tomorrow afternoon that should be breaking down more details about the state budget. A press release came out just in the past couple of hours from the Assembly with no surprises, but just some more details coming out. Overall, the information that I'm seeing is that the enacted state budget, or what will be an enacted state budget, has an increase of about $1 billion in foundation aid statewide. What that means for Akron, we are a Save Harmless district, and we had, as many districts had, a 1% proposed increase. The enacted budget will have a 2% increase, so that in and of itself is about $117,000 and change. That an increase to Akron. There'll be the governor's proposed $10,000 per UPK student based on actual enrollment. We have reached out, Mrs. Hawkins has reached out directly to Albany, and they, to paraphrase, said stay tuned for some of the details. But that information has been confirmed. Whether there's any more information tied to that, we'll find out. Hopefully in that webinar tomorrow. But the other piece to that is the state, besides the $10,000 in UPK per student UPK funding, they have proposed by fall of 2028 full-day UPK available statewide. And then the EV bus mandate has been pushed off by 5 years. Multiple sources have reported that, with the first mandate for purchasing buses going from 2027 to 2032, and the deadline for full fleet electrification going from 2035 to 2040 at this point. So some took a long time, but some progress on a few things that we've been talking about for months, and certainly hope to learn more in detail tomorrow, and we'll share that out appropriately as soon as we receive it.
Great.
That's it, yes. So now we'll turn it over to our ex officio student representatives.
So in elementary, my most recent read aloud was I Am Human, which is the best book that I've done so far, honestly, in my opinion. I really loved it. I went and did a classroom visit recently, read the same book to those kids, so I've been continuing to do classroom visits. Now that AP season's over, I can kind of get back into the feel of it and get more videos out, hopefully, obviously continue my visits. On a broader scale with Read to Lead, tomorrow I am going to the Erie County Legislature to get my official approval of support from them, and hopefully I can use that as a stepping stone to get even further. I would just like to, again, extend another thank you to Ms. Taylor, Mr. Bolkowski, everyone on the board, Ms. Koss, Mr. Buno, for helping me progress this as much as I can. I mean, I love doing it. I love seeing the smiles on the kids' faces, and really my goal is to see that across the state. So I thank everyone.
And I didn't want to steal any of Audrey's thunder and wanted to give her the opportunity to share just such a great accomplishment. And she learned that there may even be an internship opportunity for her over the summer. So just super proud of her.
I have nothing additional to report for the middle school.
On June 12th, we'll be bringing a tractor to school day, and we encourage the entire senior class and subsequent high school to engage with the community on this.
Yes, Mr. Kowalski is most excited about Bring Your Tractor to Work Day, so he was very excited to learn the date.
I will be here, and so will my tractor.
Alrighty then. Well, it is a right to farm community, so.
Absolutely.
Moving on, agenda item number 7, superintendent's report.
Okay, thank you. I do have a few items to share tonight. First, the board will notice that they received their yearbooks from Mrs. Cornell and the yearbook crew. They did an absolutely beautiful job on them, so I just wanted to recognize them and thank them for all the work that goes into putting that together. I would like to briefly address concerns that were shared on social media regarding water testing on our campus and provide some additional context to the community. So each year, our district participates in required lead water testing. And this year, we received the results on January 21st. I did bring a copy of the report if anybody would like some light reading. Following receipt of that board, the district did email the complete results to families, discussed the findings during a Board of Education meeting, and posted the full report on our district website. If anyone is looking for it, it is under the district section, or you can simply just put the word lead in the search bar and it'll come right up. Community members are also welcome at any time to give us a call to receive additional information. So overall, a total of 212 outlets were tested across the campus. Of those, 33 exceeded New York State's updated threshold of 5 parts per billion. However, only 2 of those outlets were drinking fountains. The remaining outlets were in areas not designated for drinking water, such as custodial closets, science lab sinks, and bathroom faucets. It's also important to note that the state recently lowered the actionable threshold from 15 parts per billion to 5. So under the previous standard, only 10 of the 33 outlets would have exceeded that threshold. Student safety and staff safety is very important to us. The district immediately implemented remediation members, including signage and removal from service where appropriate. So the 2 drinking fountains I mentioned that were identified were taken out of service and remain out of service until we receive the results back of the retesting. So I believe, Mark, the retesting took place on April 24th? 26th. And we're currently still waiting for those results to come back, and we will provide an update once we receive them. Again, that safety is our top priority. We are committed to being transparent and communicating with our community. I would, again, also encourage anyone with questions or concerns to feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm always happy to speak with members of our community and provide information and clarification wherever needed. I would like to also mention our Day of Caring, just to thank everyone who was involved. It was our first year implementing something on such a large scale, and we definitely learned a lot. There was a feedback survey that went out, and we will take that feedback and utilize that for our planning next year. But overall, it was an extremely powerful day and reflected compassion and service and community spirit. And to me really symbolized what makes Akron such a great place. I know I've said this a couple of times, but I couldn't help but look around our community and see so many of our students out there, and like every time I was getting a little emotional just to watch our students give back to the community that created them and formed them in many ways. Just a very powerful thing to see. Students and staff members from all grade levels participated in projects on campus and throughout the community, from writing letters to veterans, baking cookies for school helpers, painting inspirational rocks, serving lunch at the senior center, cleaning parks and trails, washing fire trucks and Main Street windows, helping with yard cleanup and weeding projects, planting flowers, assisting local organizations, and caring for animals at White Whiskers. Our students demonstrated what it means to give back. One of the most meaningful parts of the day was watching our students interact directly with our community members through simple acts of kindness that made a genuine impact. As the saying goes, I believe a picture is worth more than 100 words, and tonight we would like to share a short video with you. It's about 1.5 minutes long that captures the heart of the incredible day. See, I can't even watch it now without getting teary-eyed. But thank you to everybody who participated in that. It's also with deep sadness that I share the news of the passing of Linda Kwasniak, who some of you may have remembered her by her maiden name, Linda Salzman. Linda battled ALS for nearly 13 years with remarkable strength, determination, and grace. For those of you who did not know her, Linda was a long-time physical education teacher in our elementary school before retiring following her diagnosis. For those who knew Linda, described her as kind, compassionate, positive, and deeply dedicated to both her students and her colleagues. Even after her retirement, she never forgot her Akron family. When she was able, she would visit, and she often stayed connected through thoughtful emails and messages that were shared with our faculty staff through Mr. Wes Miller. When I learned of her passing, I went back through some of my emails and found a message that Linda sent in April of last year, and I believe her words beautifully reflect the spirit that so many have described to me. She wrote, "This time of year is what I used to call the home stretch, so hopefully you have the energy to finish strong. I'm thinking of you and no, it can be difficult if your life has encountered troubles, but hang in there and draw on your friends. Akron is a family, and you can rely on each other." So that message speaks not only to her positivity, but also the deep care she had for people around her school community. And although I did not have the privilege of working with Linda personally, it was clear from the stories shared with me that she made a lasting impact on Akron and many lives she touched as a teacher and a colleague. So I ask that our school family please keep Linda's family and friends, as well as many members of our own Akron family who are grieving the loss, in your thoughts and prayers.
Thank you. With that, we move on. Agenda item number 8, Board Policy and Development. A number of items here in regards to first readings and a couple in regards to the second readings and retirements. With that, the recommended action is that the Akron Central School Board of Education approve revised and retired policies, consent items 8M through 8Q. Moved, Mr. Cena.
Second.
Seconded, Mr. Kenline. With that, the motion passes. Moving on, agenda item number 9, personnel. It is the recommended action, the Akron Central School Board of Education, upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, does hereby approve personnel items, consent items 9A through 9H.
Moved.
Motion made, Mr. Kenline. Second, Ms. Kay. Questions or board discussion? It's weird. Let's try again.
Yeah. I don't know why it's not coming up. It passed. Sorry. I don't know why it didn't come up. It was 6 I and 1 abstain.
And the motion passes.
All right, so now it's
Sorry.
official. If you've had.
Okay.
Yep.
Agenda item number 10, district items. With the recommended action being that the Akron Central School Board of Education, upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, does hereby approve district items, consent item 10A through 10K. Moved, Ms. Gigello.
Second.
Second, Mr. Kenline. The agenda item passes. Agenda item 11, special education. The recommended action being the Akron Central School Board of Education, upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, does hereby approve special education items, consent items 11A through 11B.
Moved.
Moved, Ms. Kay.
Second.
Second, Mr. Borkett. And that motion passes. Agenda item 12, board discussion. Primarily a reminder for you to utilize the super eval in regards to the superintendent and our self-evaluations. So our next meeting, we can have a little bit more of a discussion. I can share the results with everybody that's there.
I did put out an email to everyone to share your summer availability for our board retreat. So please fill out that survey when you get a chance. Excited to plan that.
Okay, and any other items for board discussion? If,
I was just going to add that a few of our board members were able to take a tour of the grandstand area today, and just didn't know if anyone had any feedback.
sure.
Tall.
It's very tall.
Yeah, so it may look, if you're driving by, kind of a little, I think, two things is, number one is because the size of the area is so large, you kind of get lost in it. number one. Number two, the secondary part is because there's nothing there, really. It's difficult to kind of make heads or tails as to what you kind of see and what's going to be there. It doesn't have anything to kind of give a size, something in comparison for scale and all of that. But we were able to kind of see what was going on, and as Ms. Taylor indicated before, they are doing the final grading. The turf ring is in, the separation between the track and the field. In that liner that's there also is included a trench drain, which if you remember with our current facility, the trench drain was part of the concern that we had moving forward, was because that trench drain was so close to the side of the field and had quite the swale to it that it was causing a trip hazard, a safety hazard. The other aspect of it too is when you look at the new field, once it's installed, the existing field only had the capacity to have, it was 6 lanes of the track, plus it was only football that could be played within the confines of the field. This will now be an 8-lane track, which opens it up for sectionals, regionals, other events to be held there if necessary. And the field capacity will be for all of our sports that is field related. So there's also some other trinkets that were thrown in there from the standpoint of, like, for baseball, there's markers for where bases would be. So if the field is too wet immediately behind them, they could take some, practice on the field on the actual, on the multi-purpose field. But the final grading is going in there. They'll be starting June 1st on the actual installation of the turf field itself. Following that, it's about a 2-week process for the track to be laid, a layer of asphalt, and then the multi-purpose surfacing that's there, the rubberized surface. And then, at that point too, while that track is being done, the surrounding fencing will be going up, so you'll start to get a little bit better of the feel. In regards to the bleachers, I know there's been some comments that have gone through. I've heard, social media and such from the standpoint that thinking that the bleachers are smaller, but actually the size of the bleachers has a capacity for 903. That includes, I believe, 10 handicapped and 10 assistance spaces that are available there. Plus, there's an accessible ramp to get you up to the main area. The bleachers hold the same capacity that the current capacity is of the field that we'll be vacating. So everything is kind of in line with what we currently have. So as things kind of roll along in the next month or so, you're going to see more and more progress, as Mr. Alexander alluded to. And you'll kind of start to see where some of the final things are kind of taking shape. So it was great. The press box has a great view of the field. Not only that, there's at the top of the bleachers, there's a deck. So if there's people that wanted to film or, take a little bit more of a refuge away from just sitting in the stands, there's some platforms in that for observation up there. So hopefully, once everybody gets an opportunity once completed, it should be pretty good, impressive. So work is progressing really, really well and on schedule and on pace. Yep. So it's looking really, really well.
Mid-August.
So, what was I going to say? Because I was going to say something. Since there's no other board discussion, the one other item just in regards to board discussion, as everybody's aware, this last Tuesday we had our budget vote and election of our officers. Number one, I'd like to say congratulations to our returning officers on the board, our trustees. But also I'd like to thank the community from the standpoint of their support, their continued support and understanding in the direction and the task at hand. This board has always tried to do what is best for, first and foremost, our students. That shows in regards to a 68% of our budget going towards programming. We also try and make sure that we maintain, current and acceptable facilities. So that is included in there as well as maintaining, reasonable transportation and services for all of our students. With that, if there are ever, I know we completed a six presentation roadshow to various community members and organizations. But as always, if there's questions, it's not just budget time. If there are questions or concerns in the community about where things are being done, how things are being handled, whether it's in regards to programming or facilities. I know there were some questions in regards to seeing the close of our 2023 capital project, which is what the stadium is a part of, which had no impact or adjustment on our budget this year. But those sorts of things that if there's questions that come up, please feel free to reach out to myself, the board, any board member, or the superintendent of schools, because we're always here to listen to those conversations, those discussions, and work and plan around them. First and foremost, it's about students and it's about our community. So we're always willing to listen, and we appreciate your support and as we get started for preparing for next year. So with that, agenda item number 13, school board correspondence, Thursday, June 11th, ECASB annual dinner celebration at Clocks Grove. Friday and Saturday, July 24th and 25th is the NYSBA Leadership in Education event in Albany. Wednesday, August 5th is the Western New York Law Conference at Salvatore's. Agenda item 14, our upcoming dates are Thursday, May 28th is the Middle School Music Awards Concert in the auditorium at 7 p.m. Tuesday, June 2nd is the High School Music Awards Concert in the auditorium at 7 p.m. Friday, June 5th is the Elementary Homegrown Assembly in the auditorium beginning at 9 a.m. Wednesday, June 10th is our next regular business meeting here in the high school cafeteria beginning at 6:30. Wednesday, June 10th is our retiree tenure acknowledgement here in the high school cafeteria at 7 p.m. And Thursday, June 11th is the High School Academic and Athletic Awards Assembly in the auditorium beginning at 8:15. With that, having no other business, I do have a need to go into executive session. So the recommended action is a motion to go into executive session for discussion on employment history of a particular person and pending litigation.
So moved.
Moved, Mr. Kenline.
Second.
Second, Ms. Gigello.
Thank you, everyone.
With that, the motion passes. We are in executive session as of 7:48. We do not intend on conducting any business at the conclusion of executive session. We thank everybody that was in attendance in person or online. We thank you for your time and have a good evening.